Do. Hello. Howdy. 6:10 p.m. Central Time, Missouri, United States of America. Hello. Lego Maego is here. Hello. Good to see you. What's going on? Yeah, oops. Gee, stop hitting your microphone, hamster. Yeah, I know. It's just getting crazy. There was a beer over there that's open, and I just can't help myself. So, I've been watching some. I don't know if you like the Beatles or not. I like the Beatles. They're pretty good. Are they better than the Rolling Stones? Nah, they're different. They're both great freaking bands. Billy the Goat is here. Hello, Billy. How are ya? What is going on with you tonight? Saturday night, and I ain't got no money. Batman Beyond 6. Batman, the Batinator. Scotty, when are you coming on tonight? Polska's here. Hi. You doing a stream later with your buddy? The other guy. I'm feeling a little stupid. Mohamed is here from Egypt. Hello, Mohamed, and peace be upon you as well, and everyone in the world. We all need more love on this freaking planet, that's for sure. Scotty sighed, the foot doctor. Oh, no. Yeah, I saw you this morning, Scotty. I guess you got home a little. Had a good time, huh, in Portland, did you? Yes. Why wouldn't you? It's Portland. 6 o'clock Pacific. Okay, you're a wrench, right? Put the link in the thingy. Batman is here. Stone Reaper. MGTOW by Logic. Let's do it. D-Man is also here. And it's great you guys are, hanging around, having a good time tonight. Appreciate you coming by. It's always good to see people in the chat. I don't know if you stream or if you do. It's kind of cool. It's a little kick, right? Oh my God, people are here. Yay! Noodles, how is Chronic? I don't know. I haven't talked to him for a while. I think Hammerhand was mentioning Chronic last night on his stream. Oh, you're not a wrench, Scotty? We got to change that. No way, you're not a wrench? Oh my God. Well, let me fix that before we do anything. But I haven't heard much from Chronic. I think he's still dealing with whatever bullshit that he's dealing with. So let me. Yeah. I can hear myself. Go ahead. Yeah. Where are you, Scotty? Scotty is going to be a wrenchola. Ad moderator. You are now wrenched. Amen, brother. Amen. Good to see you. Show us your feet, bitch. Riggs is here as well. Hi, Riggs. Now, Brandon Trueblood is giving me a hard time here. He's saying, oh my God, you keep thinking of Riggs in Nebraska. Okay, I thought he was in Nebraska. I gotta keep track of all the shit. I'm fucking with you guys. Chronic called Hammer. Yeah, I heard that the other day. Yeah. I'm sure he's fine. He's just got to work out some bullshit. He's a strong dude. He'll manage it, and I'm sure he'll be back one of these days. He never hits me up to be on my streams. Bitch. Why does he do that? All right, Scotty, post whatever you want. You're a wrench now. You have been knighted, so go ahead and wrench away. Have fun. Anyway, so I came across this. This is This News Now. This News. Link is in the chat or description here. And I keep occasionally coming across these things, right? Talking about the United States. Of course, they're going with the abortion thing. We're not going to talk about smortion. I'm tired of talking about that. But you can see the Supreme Court's in the background. And that's kind of the underlying theme of this video from these people. But I see these women. And we have to remember, and I hate to say it, people, we are in the current year, aren't we? 2022, right? 102 years or so after women got the right to vote. Civil Rights Act was early in the 1960s. Everyone knows that Black Americans were treated like shit for 100 years or more after this. Everyone knows. And yet here we are. 60 years, almost, I'm about the same age as the freaking sexual revolution. 58 years old. 6 decades after all of this crap in the 60s, and they're still pretending that they're somehow oppressed in the United States, in Australia, in the Western world, United Kingdom, Scotland, Ireland, Europe. They're still trying to give us this line of bullshit. Now, let's see. Hold on one second. What's on the menu tonight? It's a hazy IPA from Sierra Nevada. SierraNevada.com. Yummy. They're still trying to pretend 2022 that we can't go to the internet. We can't look up things for ourselves. Now, it wasn't that long ago, especially you young guys, Scotty, you guys, I'm an old fuck. I've been around for a long time. But you younger kids, millennials or just, a little earlier, we did not have the internet. Not that long. 30 years ago, we didn't have the internet. It didn't exist. It wasn't here. Well, it existed, but it wasn't widespread. And the first time I got on the internet, I think, was 1994. And basically, it was all text-based. And eventually, once you found those good little share sites or whatever, you could get the, titties and all that. But it wasn't that long ago when the information that we take for granted, that every one of us on our cell phone can take a dump and look up whatever the hell you want. Every day, we take it so much for granted that it's actually quite an amazing thing. If I live long enough and I have a grandson, but if I live long enough when he has a child or two, I can sit there and be the old grandpa. Hey, remember when you young people had to walk up ways, both hills, and that. I always thought it'd be interesting to speak to a person who, say, was born in around the Civil War-ish, 1865, and talk to them and say, can you even imagine? Look at all the things that have happened since the Civil War for about 100 years. Airplanes, cars, nuclear weapons. Fucking amazing. Computers. Bell Labs invented the freaking transistor, or they stole it from the aliens at Roswell. Whatever you prefer. Look at all the shit that has happened. And sometimes it's God, I wish I would live back then. That'd be great. No, we're living now. Look at all the wonderful shit that has happened in the last 60 years. It's amazing to me. Computers, you got the internet, cell phones. Right here's the cell phone. Right here. Now, this was all fantasy shit back when Star Trek was on in the 60s, wasn't it? They had the little communicator where it was a flip phone. That's what it was. That was Gene Rod. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. Get to your point, hamster. Yeah. Anyway. So there was a time not that long ago, 30 years ago, 31 years ago, where these people could pull the bullshit over our eyes. Oh, women are oppressed. They're paid less and all this stuff. And women, and we wouldn't have much of a choice to just accept it. Yeah, that sucks. Man, that sucks. What are we going to do? How can we make it better for you girls? What can we do? That would have been it. And of course, years before that, it was the same thing, right? But 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 years ago, that's when the internet happened. That's when anyone with a computer, and nowadays a cell phone, can look up and find out the data. Now, that's why you see some particular companies wanting to not get, go, whatever. Now they have to figure out a way to hide it, because you can't keep the freaking grift going, can you? If all you got to do is get your phone out when you're taking a shit in the morning, having your coffee, and find out all of this is nonsense, or a lot of it, based on a kernel of truth, but it's not widespread. Well, now we got to censor your ass, don't we? Can't let you you evil incel types get on Twitter and proclaim the truth. No. No. The truth is what we say is the truth. Why do you think all this is going on? Now, we can't say certain things because Susan will get all up in her pants. But I think you know what I'm saying, right? We could talk about 1976, President Ford and the swine situation if you want to, but there were only 3-4 networks, right? Now, in some ways, that could be a good thing for those in charge, but you still had actual journalism at some point. New York Times, you had the Wall Street Journal, you had the Post, you had newspapers all over the place. Still trying to tell the truth, right? Not so much anymore. You really got to dig deep to find a story that isn't bullshit. I know. Oh, you hate women. Yeah, believe whatever you want. I don't really care. I don't, but if you think makes you feel better to think that, go ahead. All right, let's jump into this nonsense. Women's Equality Day. So what exactly don't women have? Okay, you can make the case for abortion, sure. I understand. But when equality it feels like oppression, that's because you've had so many privileges. And now this one little thing, now men and women are equal in some states. Now you lose your fucking mind. Now you're treated like a man, aren't you? Oh, that's not what we meant. We know that. But how long is this grift going to be allowed to continue? This bullshit's been going on for decades. I remember me and Johnny were working at the radio station a long time ago, and they used to have this, we were Associated Press, so you'd get this, news stuff coming over. Yeah, it would. Eventually, they got to where it coming on a screen, you could look it up. Internet, it's great. But in the old days, me and Johnny both worked in radio at the time where the way you got it was a teletype. So it would print out the news, right? And so the whole time you'd be in there and ding, it would ding if there was like an emergency or something like that. But then you'd have all this paper that would it's amazing. It's amazing that they didn't think of like the internet in 1984. It's pretty crazy shit. But every year they used to come out with here's how much women are oppressed. See, the wage gap, right? The whole bullshit argument. And it came out, I don't know what the hell it was, 73 cents or whatever the fuck it was, right? And so I'm talking to Johnny at work. I say, hey, Johnny boy, what is this shit? He's like, I don't know. Let's do it. How is it that Ryan over here, a female, gets paid 73 cents on the dollar for what I get paid doing the radio thing? She's like, I don't know. I don't think that's the case. So, of course, I had to ask, didn't I? Yes, of course you did, hamster. Hey, Ryan, what do you make? I make $10 an hour. It's like, really? I make $9.40. So is there a wage gap there? No. Point being, it wasn't happening, especially in radio, especially any federal sort of purview, state purview. It's been illegal since 1963, as it should be. There were times, not that long ago, in the history of humanity, but in our lifetime, it still is there, where there'd be advertisements for work. We need somebody to do this work. Okay, men will pay you $1, women will pay you 70 cents. Okay, completely unfair. But all of that has been done away with by the law. And so, anyway, getting back, I'm really getting on tangents today. Excuse me, hamster. What is a tangent? Well, you see, if you take the derivative, but shut up. Shut up. Point is, I had to start looking into this. It's like, what is this all about? Why are women getting paid less than men? That's illegal. Equal Pay Act, all that stuff. Of course, it didn't take long for the hamster to pull out the vacuum tubes in and find out it was all hogwash, bullshit. It's the way they calculate it. We don't have to go into the whole details here, but if you want to, they average all men's salaries and they average all women's salaries, and on the average, men earn more money than women. Oh my God, look at the oppression. Anyway, we don't want to beat the horse is dead. All right, let's get into this fucking bullshit. This Women's Equality Day, many people feel hesitant to celebrate. Well, look at the signs in the background, guys. See that? Free abortion on demand. Free! I want it to be free. Not only legal, but I want you to pay for it. No, I think not. Remember, in November, vote. Yes, I totally agree. Vote for the people that agree with your stance on abortion, whether you're pro, against, whatever, and put them in your state House of Representatives or delegates or whatever the hell you have, and get your fellow citizens in your state, enough of them, the majority, to vote the same way as you, and then you can get your way. It's called democracy. Democracy. See, these people don't like that. Why do you think they get so fucking crazy about Roe? Why is that? Because it wasn't a vote, was it? It was imposed upon the states by the Supreme Court. Now, Ronald Reagan, the great man, he did the same bullshit with, I think it was the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit and the drinking age. He said, hey, the federal government doesn't have any purview here, but here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to work this one. You don't change this shit and do what we want, we're going to take away your highway funding. Politically kind of cute, but federal government has no say in the drinking age. It's none of their fucking business. It's not in the Constitution. That's it. There's no federal amendment in the Constitution. Thou shalt agree with drinking age. It's a state's issue. 10th Amendment. But Ronaldus Maximus found a way to get around it. I think it was the drinking age that was the biggie. I'm not sure about the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, but the drinking age was a big one because I was there, right? Drinking age in some states was 18. Minnesota was 19. And they made all the states change it to 21. Because after all, if you're 18, you can fucking vote, but you can't buy any beer. Yeah. Okay.
I feel guilt. I feel rage. I feel scared and hopeless.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. What's the problem, dear? Why are you so scared and hopeless? Why?
And no, I don't feel equal.
Oh, well, that's okay. You just need to look around you and understand that you are the most privileged class of human beings to ever have lived on this fucking earth. What? I thought men were... Really? You, white girl, in the United States or Canada, in the West, you are the most privileged human to ever live. More privileges than kings and queens. More privileges. And yet you still think, in some weird way, that you're oppressed in the West, in the United States, in Canada. What the hell are these people on, people? What are they, what kind of drugs are they doing? Here's what some members of our newsroom think. Well, I guess it's not a surprise then if they're talking to liberal, crazy people that we're going to get the answers we would expect. State of women's equality today. Okay, we won't go back. Religion has no place in government. Yes, you're absolutely correct, dear. And religion is specifically excluded from the government in the Constitution. Why do you keep wanting to blame evangelicals who have a belief in God and they think abortion is, well, that's the reason, because America is such a weird place because all this goddamn religion. Really? Now, you can believe anything you want to. You want to be a Christian, a Jew, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever, atheist. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's the way it should be. But yet here we are with this woman, religion and government. There is none. Fuck's the matter with you? It's illegal. There is very, very little contribution from religion, and in particular, you mean Christianity, in our government. It's that some people who exist are citizens in this country don't agree with your bullshit. Well, it's because they're Christian. Maybe. So what? I don't care. That's fine. Believe what you want, but they do not want you to believe anything that they don't like. Well, you know, I'm not really religious. I'm an atheist, but I don't agree in abortion. You're just one of them goddamn. I said I'm an atheist. Oh, but you're something. It's so easy to defeat these idiots. I mean, it's like not even breathe. It's still. Sorry.
Recently, my mom kind of broke down and she apologized for having me.
I mean, is there? Did you guys hear that? Let me see if I can back up just a little bit. Maybe I'll put up the thing. Can you see the thing? Chelsea Frisbee, who, well, maybe her great-grandfather invented the Frisbee. You never know.
Broke down and she apologized for having me.
She apologized for bringing life to you, Chelsea. You know, this is the mindset, people. I know you guys know this, and I know some women know this, like Allie and Pearlie and whatever. This is the mental state of these people. My mother apologized for giving birth to me. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Go on.
And she said, I didn't know things were going to be this bad. And
in what way are they bad?
And as I'm planning my own wedding and planning the next stage of my life, I've always wanted to be a mom.
Good for you. Congratulations. I hope everything works out for you, dear. Why am I getting circles? Oh, no. Maybe my internet just failed because a woman put it in. Oh, you're so evil. Why are you like that? I don't know. Iridium Kush is here. Amps using this as an excuse to freeze frame a ginger. Yeah, I like my gingers a little more ginger, if you know what I mean. Mutiny on the Bounty is here. Hold on, let me get your... I put my mother in a nursing home, she said. Johnny Midnight, hello. Timothy Sokol is here. Steve. Yeah, I'm seeing the buffering as well. So, sorry about that. Yeah. Did we get killed? We do have both of them running at the same time. Let me stop this one. Maybe that'll help. Maybe. Yeah. And I was just getting all worked up into a froth. I was getting frothy. I was getting all worked up, people. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing here. It looks like they don't want us to see it anymore. Let me refresh it. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Those for the morning, and an espresso is for the afternoon. You know which pizza is eaten with a fork and a knife,
Yeah.
and which one is definitely not. The Delta Sky
Okay.
Miles American Express card. If you travel, you know.
Well, I guess it got all worked up. Yeah. It happens.
I feel
All right.
guilt. I feel rage. I feel scared and hopeless.
Yep.
And no, I don't feel equal.
God damn it, because you have to take a pill every day. Or you might have control. Sorry. You probably don't have to take a pill. Here's what some members of our newsroom think. Okay, we've been here. There we go. Yep, talked about it already.
Recently,
Indeed.
my mom kind of broke down and she apologized for having me.
Uh-huh.
And she said, I didn't know things were going to be this bad.
Oh, it's awful to be a woman in the West. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I might actually have to think before I fuck. Oh my God. The oppression.
And as I'm planning my own
Yeah, I'm pretty good though. I just get right back on that bicycle, even if we have an
wedding
interruption.
and planning the next stage of my life, I've always wanted to be a mom. I don't want to be having those conversations with my kids in 20 years.
Okay, well then vote. Don't run around on the streets with your red garbage on and your green hats or whatever the fuck you're doing. Vote. Vote in the people that will do your bidding in your legislature, in your state. Democracy.
When the 19th Amendment was passed in 1920, white women all over the country celebrated at their new right to vote.
Yeah, and black people got fucked for another 60, 70, 80 years after that. Yeah, I know. I get it.
Although black women technically...
We understand, dear. But we're not there anymore. Let's see. We're in 2022.
Legally had a right to vote. They were still shut out of the polls in large numbers. Today...
And then, thus and such, we should do what? I think this country has fixed some, if not most, of these problems. What are we supposed to do now, dear? Go on.
Black women's voices are still shut out of current policy through tactics like limiting voting by mail, restricting polling stations, harsh voter ID laws.
Excuse me. Harsh voter ID laws. This is another little thing they keep pushing, don't they? God damn it, it's racist to have a driver's license, is it? I guess you need a driver's license for a lot of things. I'm sorry if you can't figure out how to get one. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all got a cell phone, don't you? Like this one? Look it up. DMV dot something in your state. Figure it out. Okay? Now, if you told me in some states, black people or people of color other than white people were allowed to get driver's licenses and people who weren't white couldn't. There was some barrier in the way. I would be there protesting with you. I'd be carrying signs, wearing a pussy hat. I don't care. It's bullshit. That is not equality. But there are none of these states that do that. What they're saying, the oppression is I have to get off my fucking ass and walk down to the DMV. Fuck you. Okay. If you can't figure that out, maybe you shouldn't vote. And I don't care what color you are. Get the fuck out of here. There is nothing discriminatory about having to produce a driver's license to fucking vote. Sorry. This argument is bullshit. And even our little friend here knows it.
Redlining and redistricting of...
Redlining and redistricting are two different things. Redlining is where companies got together illegally and said, we're not going to lend money to black people because we don't want them in these white areas. That's illegal. And that also happened 70 fucking years ago. Is it happening today? Probably. Is it a widespread problem? No. But let's project it onto everywhere. It's not happening. So stop.
Kidnaps in Black neighborhoods. We not only face a political threat, but a bodily threat as well. If you want to be a real ally, then use this Women's Equality Day to help fight back against the policies that are rooted in misogyny against Black people.
Okay, misogyny and or against Black people. I agree. Racism is bullshit. I hate it. I think I had a dream or I watched a video or something the other night where this man was calling people bad stuff because they weren't white. It's like, what is this? Who thinks like this? Very few people. But you know what? Here's what this is what we're going to do to keep the grift going. We're going to say that there's a few people over here that wear hoods at night and burn crosses and shit. We're going to say all white men. That's what they do in the United States. Yeah, well, that's not working anymore, is it? Nope.
Our bodies, our choice. Our bodies, our choice.
You have the choice to take birth control. You have the choice to not fuck. You have the choice to give the baby up for adoption. You have a morning after pill. You have infinite choice, girls. Infinite. Where men, if you're smart, you're not putting it in some fucking snatch. But if you do, the only choice you have is a condom. That's it. Welcome to equality, women. No, we didn't mean that.
I'm skeptical about the state of women's equality today.
Yeah, you can see this chick teaching some kind of women's studies at a college in the Northeast somewhere. Couldn't you? Just pick this one out. It's like, yeah, I can see, yeah. Some gender studies bullshit. But because she's African-American looking, I guess we can't say anything.
Because it's 2022, and it still seems that we can't see true galvanizing around issues that have always plagued Black marginalized women.
Okay. All right. What are the issues around Black marginalized women? Which one of those should I pay attention to, dear? You have to get a driver's license to vote. Is that right?
White women feel equally inconvenienced. The Black maternal mortality rate in 2020 was 3 times higher than that of white people.
That's an absolute true fact. I looked up the what? Hamster, get some more beer. I looked up the statistics. 861 women died giving birth in 2021. 860 approximately. Now, this is obviously a problem. You don't want women dying when they're giving birth to children. Good. Let's spend some government money on that instead of forgiving student debt for stupid women who took shit in college. Let's spend some money over there and figure out why this is going on. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. There are approximately 350 million people in the United States. Half of those are women. 175 million women. Now, it's a tragedy for the women who were trying to have a child and they died. That's terrible. No one disagrees with that. But you see, this is the way it works, isn't it? You take a fact that, well, there's these women that died. We got to do something. Okay, yeah, well, what should we do? Well, let's change the fucking country. You see how this works. You get a wedge issue, everyone agrees. We don't want women to die when they're having babies. Hell no, I don't want any of that to happen. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to institute socialism. What? Why don't we address the problem? Oh, no. No, that would be insufficient. And you hate women. And you hate black people. If you don't do this to solve that, you're a fucking Nazi. See how this works? See how it works? Yeah.
According to the CDC, Black birthing people in 2019 were nearly 4
Excuse me. Black birthing people, also known as women. You fucking idiot. See this? Everything comes with a package of bullshit. You can be a feminist. You could be, black activist or whatever. That's cool. Great. BLM. Take your pick. But there's always a uniform that they wear, isn't it? They got the fucked up hair. They got the popping glasses. They got the fucking tattoos. They got the nose ring and all this bullshit. Odd that, isn't it? So birthing people is the latest nonsense we're supposed to believe. I know birthing people. They're known as women. So whatever fucking nonsense you want to spew around that, I don't care. They're chicks. If you're not capable, excuse me, let me try that again. If you don't have a uterus and you don't have ovaries, you cannot have a child. Ovaries and a uterus means you're a female. It's that easy. Pretty simple. Nope. Let's complicate it. Let's fuck it up. That's another way these people do their thing.
times more likely to seek abortions than their white counterparts.
Mm-hmm. Planned Parenthood was founded to get rid of it. They said, stop. She did not say something about human weeds. Margaret Sanger, no, that's propaganda. She didn't want to take out the black population. No. That's just evil white people pressing your ass. Right?
Women's equality was actually being realized, it wouldn't have taken the Supreme Court's Dobbs decision to inspire calls for change.
What change would you like to see there, Professor Fuck? What is it you'd like to see? I know what you'd like to see, Professor Problem Glasses. You want to see the United States turn to socialism. Every time you hear these women, oh, the patriarchy, they're saying capitalism. You got to translate it. Don't be fooled by this nonsense. Now, here's an immigrant lady, maybe Vietnam, I'm not sure, in the United States. And she's going to tell us how oppressed she is in 2022. Of course.
I'm a foreign-born U.S. citizen, so within our immigrant community, sometimes I will see the plea for better gender equality here being met with this unique attitude that's like, oh, we've seen worse misogyny out there. This tendency to invalidate women's struggle is exactly what empowers misogyny in these.
You know what the Hmong women in Vietnam had to go through? And the Hmong men? Of course not. It's different. I've got a vagina and I'm in the United States and I want that. Now they say she's going to say about whataboutism. Well, I'm fucking saying it right now. What about your ancestors, your grandma, your auntie, your mother, your father? What did they go through to get out of Vietnam and bring you to this country? And yet, you're still fucking complaining, aren't you?
Other countries. So to be a woman in the U.S. in 2022, I think we can drop the whataboutism attitude for starter, and we can do better.
Yeah. Tell me how hard you have it in the United States, Michelle. Tell us how your life is so much worse because you live in the United States or in the Western world, Canada, etc., and so on. Tell us how bad it is for you. We would like to know.
I have a 2-year-old daughter, and I can't.
By the way, these ladies spewing their bullshit here, they're all social justice majors in college. And they all want to live in New York City. And that they should be, because evil men and some the white dudes and
believe that
Nazis and shit.
She is going to have to fight the fight that her grandmother literally fought in the 70s.
Safe, legal abortions for all women. Now, you guys, look at this. What is this girl over here, like 12? Marching in this. One of the earlier women, my mother told me, I'm sorry that you're alive. I'm terribly sorry. Sometimes this is just too much. I mean, I get their point, sort of. I'll give them a little bit. Yeah, it kind of sucked. At some point in the past. Come on now, girls. Come on. Don't try to spoon feed us this bullshit. Well, there was one time in 1952 in New York City where this woman got arrested for having an abortion. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. We don't live in 1952. We live today, 2022. Shut up, you evil Nazi.
She's going to have to just protest.
Abortions are all right, are they? Are they? Okay. Well, then vote the people in that'll make it illegal in your state. What's your fucking problem? I don't care anymore.
Like generations before her, to earn back her bodily autonomy.
You have all the body autonomy you want to there, dear. You can fuck, you can not fuck, you can fuck with used birth control, you can use 2 forms of birth control, you can get a morning after pill, and in most states, you can still get an abortion. Shut the fuck up. Sorry, I'm done. Quit your goddamn whining already.
So I feel guilt.
What I believe is happened. They're continuing to push. Number one, because there's a lot of politics involved, and they got to have something to bitch about to keep their power and the money flowing in. That's the biggest thing. They got to keep the movement going. Somebody's got to pay their salaries. And in most cases, it's the government. I know.
Rage. I feel scared and hopeless.
Well, then protect yourself when you're having sex. Done deal. Move on.
And no,
next topic.
I don't feel equal.
I don't feel equal because I gotta actually pay attention to my shit like man I've had to do forever. Oh my God. Go on, Ginger.
It's just so apparent that we have so much more work to do. And
yeah, of course we do. So then go vote in your state and get it made illegal or whatever you want.
that is exhausting.
It's like exhausting. Oh my God. Yeah. Sorry. Getting a little crazy here, but Lord Messiah Disciple, a new member of the show. Hello. Good to see you. JR's here. Cubing Speed, Johnny Midnight, Riggs, the whole gang. You guys have a wonderful night. And maybe we'll do something later with Scotty. It's coming up at 8 o'clock Central Time or 6 o'clock Pacific Time. I might need some more beer. All right, guys. Appreciate you coming by. Thank you. If you want to hit the like button, that'd be fine too. All right. I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.